Thank you, Major Beach. I appreciate it. For those who don't know me, I am Colonel Bill Kay, former North Dakota Wing Commander, former North Dakota Director of Operations, currently the Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations for the North Central Region. I am also a member of the National Functional Users Group, commonly referred to as the FUG. And we at the FUG take all of the help desk tickets, we review them, and we make our recommendations to the IT committee to either implement or not. And those are help desk items that are enhancements. Sometimes we get a couple of items that are actually bugs, which we send right back to the IT guys to fix. So with that in mind, what I'm going to talk about this afternoon is just a quick review of eServices and how it's changed. And I hope everybody can see my screen. And I'll try and move my cursor slowly so that it doesn't get lost in the shuffle of the internet. So the first thing, I see a lot of folks who don't have anything in their favorite apps box, which is the very first box on the left-hand side. And what that gives you is a quick, easy access to what it is in eServices that you want to get to. And if you don't know how to get those favorite apps, I'll show you how to do that.
Excuse me, sir. We are unable to see the screen.
I'm sorry? You're not
People are having issues seeing the screen.
Oh, well, let me try.
I'm able to see it. Is anyone else able to see it besides me?
No.
Okay.
I was seeing it.
I can see it, but now I've lost it.
Yeah, I just dropped it out just to make sure.
Yeah, I had it at first as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Major Beach, it's Colonel Larson. I saw it just fine. Over.
Okay.
It was working fine.
Okay. Sorry, that was probably me. I dropped it out.
I saw it till it disappeared.
Okay, hang on. Gotta try this again. Did I do it? No, I didn't do it. I don't have the red line. Try this again. There we go. Should have it now.
No.
Nope, it dropped. Hang on.
No, don't have it yet.
Okay, hang on.
Negative.
Well, I had it up there. Okay. No, now it's not going to let me share. Oh, I get it and it drops right back out again.
Is there someone else that knows what you're presenting? And
no, it's just my screen.
Lieutenant Walukas, this is Lieutenant Jordan. Can you assist him?
Well, maybe we got too many people in the system and it won't allow me to share. I'm not sure.
Sir, each chat room is supposed to hold about 250. So I don't think it's being overloaded.
Okay. Well, I get the red box and then it drops out. You know, the red box around the shared screen. And it won't. Boy, this really sucks. Okay.
You might try closing out your internet window and then reopen it and try sharing it again that way.
Okay.
I'm asking the other moderators right now.
Okay. Well, maybe I've got too many browsers open too. That might help.
William K.
Okay, let's try this now. Nope.
Yeah, I don't see, sir, I don't see your name under the presenter or organizer. Usually only the presenter or organizer could share their screen. So maybe somehow you were removed from there.
No, he's still
No.
underneath presenter under
Yeah.
on my screen. There's 4 of us in there. He's 1 of the 4.
Yep.
I can't see his name on my end. Oh, now he popped up.
Well, like I said, I get the red box around the screen, and then it drops out. And I'm using a different browser. Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe there.
Yeah, I can see it now.
I think you have it. Yeah, you've got it.
All right. Okay.
So I think you're good to go, sir.
All right.
In the state of Washington.
All right. Okay. As I was saying, to get favorite apps, I really hate trying to go to the menu and then trying to figure out where the item was that I want to look for. I generally look in operations, and there's all the operation stuff. But I can click it here and get to it. Or if you go to click on your name in the upper right-hand corner, you'll find favorite applications. Click on that, and you will get the entire list of all the applications in eServices. And if you want to post them in your favorite apps box, just click on the star.
Still no screen.
Oh, people are losing your screen again.
Okay, well, I'm not sure how we're going to fix that.
Never had it here.
Never had it.
I've got it.
I've got it.
We still have it, sir.
Okay.
I was one of the persons that couldn't see it. I had to close my screen and relaunch the presentation by joining the room again, and now I'm able to see it.
Okay.
So people have to keep rejoining.
Yeah, that might be something we'll need to run up the flagpole after we're all done today.
Yeah, I'm running it up now.
Back to Microsoft, but at any rate, I'll try and be explicit. So if you want to follow along on your own computer, if you click on your name in the upper right-hand corner of the eServices main menu, you will find a link that says favorite applications. Click on that and it will bring up the entire listing of all applications within eServices. You can then find the star in front of whatever application is you want to link or put in your favorite apps box, and it will then move it to your favorite apps box. So if I wanted to look at aircraft ground handling training, and I wanted to have that on my laptop, on my desktop all the time, click on the star, and it's now been added. If you ever want to get back to eServices from any module, click on the word eServices, and it will take you right back. And all the items are on the favorite apps box are now in the favorite apps box. And to get rid of it, go back there, unhighlight the star, and it'll go away. Make sense? Okay. there are a number of staff who have the ability to validate ops quals, and to do that, just go to ops quals and you'll get the list of tasks for validations or approvals. And I know they have changed the ops qual screen, and now it's a pop-out left-hand menu that has all of the things that used to be here, except now that they have added SUAS and balloon qualifications in the FAA requirements area. If you are a UAS pilot, this is where you would upload your UAS credentials along with balloon, glider, and airplane qualifications. It's always been there. They've added the UAS and balloon. That's about it for that area. We're going to work this a little bit different. Are there any questions on this specific area of navigating your way around eServices main menu?
I see one hand raised.
Go for it.
Major Wood, if you want to go ahead.
Never mind. I had it up earlier and forgot to lower it.
All right.
Okay.
And there's another one too. I see Lieutenant Colonel. Lieutenant Colonel Larson. You want to go ahead?
He already answered my question. Thank you, Major Beach.
All right. Here's one that came in. First Lieutenant Tina Carr asked, "Where could one find detailed professional development information regarding what is needed for the next grade/rank?"
Okay. I don't do much on professional development, so I'm going to go over to the left-hand menu, go down to professional development, and because I don't have access, there's nothing I can see. But if you have access, this is where it will be, in the professional development system. Now, if you go ahead.
Actually, sir, can I add on it? Former wing director in Vermont for professional development found out the hard way that it's not actually underneath professional development because that'll make too much sense. It's actually under personnel, the membership system.
Well, who did that?
National. Then you can do promotions and then tell you what's left for promotions.
It's under
like
where?
Personnel.
Personnel. And what we're looking for
And
is.
it should be membership.
See, it's not there. And that's
Maybe
probably
just
because I don't
settings.
have access. I'm not a professional development officer. Anybody on the line have the answer?
Logging in eServices now.
Okay. Because I couldn't see it. I could see it when I was the wing commander, but since I'm not the wing commander anymore, it's not there.
Yeah, so it's under personnel membership system. And then there's the promotion. Then there's PD award entry. Both of those would tell you what's left for your professional development level, for the PD award entry at least, and the promotion would tell you what's left for the next rank. If that answers your question.
Yeah, I hope so. Because like I say, I don't see it. I don't have a membership area at all.
All right, Lieutenant Carr,
That's
that
where
may
the
be a
conferences go to.
commission base.
I'm sorry?
I was telling Lieutenant Carr that it's probably permission based, so she may not see it if she doesn't have the right permissions.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
You can't.
Hey, this is Lieutenant Colonel Webb. I just went through working on some of my level stuff. To answer her question, she just needs to go to, was it 50?
Is it 52-16? No, that's cadet programs.
17?
Maybe.
If you read right through it, it tells you exactly. If you look on a professional development, it gives you the reg. Yeah, 50-17.
Yeah.
And you read through that, and it tells you what you need to do, and it tells you your timelines, and tells you everything you need to get from level 1 to level 3.
And
so that's all she needs to do is go to that.
But she's looking at online, but there is an online professional development module. But as I said, I don't see it. I can't see it for some reason.
Yeah, it's permission based.
Yeah. All professional development on the main eServices page does, really for me at least, is specialty tracks. Everything else is underneath personnel.
Yeah. And I don't see it. So, sorry. Any other questions? Anything else? Yeah, it's a good point. After the conference, watch the PD presentation by Colonel A.
I don't see any other hands raised or questions in the chat.
Okay, so let me swing over to WMIRS and we'll cover that real quick. Everybody, when you sign into WMIRS, you will see not only your wing, but your region. And in my case, I'm assigned to the region. So I see every wing in the region and every mission in every wing in the region. So you can imagine how much of a pain it is for me to go fly and find the right mission number. So I'm going to give you a hint. Here's 2 hints. In the filter missions below, say I want to go fly a proficiency flight. And I know the last 4 of the mission number is 3018. So if I type in, oops, too many numbers. If I type in 3018, that mission comes up all by itself. If I don't even know what the mission number is, but I know that it's in my wing, click on Advanced Search, find your wing. I'll just click on, I don't know, Connecticut, put in a date range, 1 December, and then search. And it will bring up every mission in Connecticut or in your wing for the time frame, everything after the time I put in. I put in December 1st. Of course, the gray ones are closed, the green ones are active, are open, and the yellow ones are pending. And you can save it if you go out of WMIRS, go back to eServices, and I go back into WMIRS. That same filter is active. So if all you want to see is your wing, go to Advanced Search, click on your wing, put a date range. Remember, everything, all of the annual missions start on 1 October. Click on that, then do a search and leave it up. And all you will ever see is those missions for your wing. If you have a mission that you're supporting another wing and you can fly on their mission number, then you can select their wing in the wing or region box, put a date frame in, time frame in, and you'll find it. And then you can load your air sortie or ground sortie on their mission. But don't do that unless you have permission from their wing. Because I get a lot of folks in North Central region who try to fly on the North Central mission, and I usually delete them. So, because we're not paying for the wings to fly proficiency on a North Central Region mission number. Sorry. Any questions here on this area?
I'm not seeing anything, sir.
Okay. I'll just pull.
Unless they're typing.
Yeah, there you go. And if you want to get rid of the advanced search box, then just click on reset to default search, and it'll bring everything back up the way it normally is. Make sense to everybody, I trust? A couple of other items. There is, under the Operations tab on the left, a link called Air Sortie Quick Close. Oh yeah, I gotta have a mission number up. Duh. Yeah, we'll just do this one. Well, I won't do that one. Darn, got it. There we go. If you've just landed, you've refueled the airplane, you put the credit card away, you're filling out the logbook, and this is a good time to just open up your smartphone, click on Air Sortie Quick Close, and at this point, I don't have any. You can enter your hobs and tack times right while you're sitting in the airplane. And then when you get home, you can upload your fuel receipt. At least you don't have to take a picture of the logbook and then figure out when you get home where your picture is hiding, so you can get the hobs and tack times. So it's a quick, easy way to close out a sortie while you're sitting in the seat. Makes it simple. Those of you on mission staff, there is a unit log and a comm log, and this is a place where you would enter information on a particular sortie or a particular mission, whether you are IC or PSC or LO or whatever. It's an easy place to make notes so that anybody can take a look at this later on and find out exactly what happened. Comm log works the same way, using the aircraft call sign and channel reference, repeater XYZ, whatever it might be. The status board will never change to active unless you enter in the comm log your actual time of departure, and then when the airplane gets home, the actual time of arrival. That's what kicks off the change of colors in the status board. There are still some issues with the status board that National is working on, but it does work fairly well. And this is a place where you would also, the comm log is where you would enter your ETAs and objectives loaded, what time you entered the grid, what time you exited the grid, radio checks, that type of thing. Always goes in the comm log. Any questions in this area?
Hey, Colonel K, it's Rick Larson.
Yeah, Rick.
One thing to note, too, for purposes of those that haven't been in this deep into WMIRS, is that these logs are definitive and a matter of records. So in the case of a extended search or in the case of any mission, this will act as an official document for the archives. And should there be any need to look back at the mission or further the mission, the Air Force is looking at these through AFRCC. The NOC has visibility, and just make sure that you're documenting more often than not about the moves you're making during a operation. Over.
Yep, that makes sense. I see somebody has entered that here in Texas, the radio guys enters the time. Yeah, he does. That's your comm unit leader, or you might also have a radio operator. In some cases, it may be a cadet that is learning how to use the radios. That's a good time for them to get used to entering data in the comm log. So it's not just going to be your comm unit leader. Anybody that steps in to operate the radios should be familiar with using this comm log rather than the paper written comm log that we all are used to using if we've been around CAP for any length of time. So
sir, to add to that, I was the one that posted that.
That's okay.
We also enter in the actual time of departure and the actual time of arrival because the comm guys are the ones that get those times in.
Yes, and that's what, as I mentioned, that's what kicks off your comm board, your status board. I don't know if anybody can see this or not, but these are all late because there's no actual time of departure and there's no actual time of arrival entered. This was not on a mission, so nobody cares about it, and that's okay. But this is what the comm log entries is what changes the color on the status board. Make sense?
Sir, could you please show the best way to get to aircraft information? I know you can go through the scheduling module and I see a link for aircraft info, but that link doesn't seem to work for me.
What aircraft info are you looking for?
Oh, how the avionics is equipped, that kind of thing on a particular plane.
You're not going to see that.
You won't know if it's G1000 or.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. Okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying. You would need to you could go to the maintenance module. You can take a look at current aircraft maintenance snapshot, but I'm not sure that is going to give you what you are looking for either. It's an L23, it's an S22. I know that one is.
There's an aircraft info module under scheduling link, but I didn't know if.
Yeah.
See the aircraft information there, but that always takes me.
It takes you to AMRAD.
So it does work for you. Okay.
Yeah. It takes you to AMRAD, and my AMRAD screen probably looks a little different than yours because I have access to this over here on the left. Oh, I'm sorry, on the right. But aircraft status. We'll just grab an airplane and take a look at it. But I don't know that it's going to tell you it's a Cessna 172, but it doesn't tell me if it's G1000. That's a Pacific region airplane, Washington airplane.
Okay, yeah, for me, the AMRAD doesn't even launch properly, so that's another problem. Thank you.
And what browser are you using?
This is just on an iPad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's been some issues on an iPad. That's using Safari probably, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you.
Hey, Bill, this is MacOp. Does
Yes, sir.
the problem exist on Chrome on iOS?
No, I
Okay.
don't believe it does.
So that might be a workaround. I know
Yeah.
installing second browser can be tedious, but using Chrome might get you through that.
Yeah, and I know Edge has an iOS. You can use Edge in iOS now.
Cool. Honestly, after our encounters with Teams in this room today,
Yes.
I'm swearing off Microsoft. I actually just put an hour-long. So for everybody that's here, please stay in this room. Unless there's some strategic reason you need to leave. Microsoft is actually stumped after an hour-long phone call. They don't understand why we cannot have users in nor out of the organization join. Dial-in continues to work, but the interaction with Teams, both in browser and in app, does not work any longer. So don't depart unless you have to. Other rooms continue to work. So that even stumped him more. I'm waiting on a call back, but just as a heads up, don't leave.
Okay, thanks, Matt. One other item for pilots, critical items. These are the critical items that national headquarters sends out. The most recent one, I think, had to deal with the NXI system in the newer 182s. If you, when they issue those, they will automatically pop up when you enter WMIRS. Once you've read it, they kind of go away. But you can go and find it again under the support tab on the left-hand side. There's a read critical items link, and that will bring you up. That will bring up every critical item that has ever been posted, and you can read it again if you so desire. And there's a great big list going back to 2017. So those are there, and those are easily accessed. And if you want to refer, back what they were, if there are any FROs on the line, you can set your own personal ORM notification levels. There are some default levels for if the minimum, if the minimum score is equal to or greater than the defaults are 15, 30, 60, and 1,001, that's fine. You can set the minimum and the maximum scores that if you are designated as an FRO and you are selected as the FRO, you will get notification that somebody has entered information in ORM for your flight that is outside of those scores. It's just a good heads up. And then you can set up an email notification and what the threshold is for that notification. Just a little heads up in case you want to do a flight release and somebody has hit the wrong button someplace and the score. I get notifications all the time that a ORM threshold has been exceeded. The ORM threshold of 60 has been exceeded. 60 is an extreme level, and I don't let anybody fly when it's extreme level. That's like stupid. But generally, it's just a matter of somebody's hit the wrong button on the ORM, so it's easy to fix. So if that's interesting an interest for anyone that is an FRO, that's where you can set that so that it fits for you. It's like having your personal levels for flying. Okay, any questions on that?
There were a couple other questions. One of them that was actually answered, but in case no one is monitoring the chat as well, the question was, do I have to be a Form 5 pilot in order to view aircraft status? And the question is yes. Then the second question, where can I find, this is unanswered, where can I find the current locations of aircraft within our wing?
Okay. Go to the maintenance module. Go to current maintenance or current aircraft maintenance snapshot. And right here on the left, it'll give you the tail number, the aircraft type, call sign, its status, FMC, NMC, whatever, and based at MLE or based at BKX or GFK. That's where you can find that. Okay, somebody is asking, I don't have FRO ORM notifications. Why not? That's the question. You're talking about the personal ORM notifications?
Yes, I'm the one that posted that. I have everything you have there except the last one.
Okay. Are you designated as a wing FRO?
Group, I think so. Group at least. No, wing, yes. I show up on the wing list.
Okay. Do you have this day-to-day FRO? You probably don't have this day-to-day FROs.
No.
No. This is where I'll show you what it looks like. This is where you designate who the FROs are. This is day-to-day FROs. Now, just because you completed the FRO training doesn't make you an FRO. I mean,
no, that's correct. I've released flights. I'm on the list.
Okay.
On the drop down in the sorties.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Interesting. I like that, but I'll have to inquire further.
Yeah, but you should be able, you should have that link then, personal ORM notifications, and it's for all FROs who can set that level. Well, I don't
I'm looking right at it. Me neither, but I'll look into it. Thank you, just so I know it's there.
Sure, there you go. But then, I'm region level, so I got access to a whole bunch of stuff that you probably don't want to have access to.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah. I'll look further into that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Because we've got like 5 minutes left. That must be a no.
Oh, see a hand raised.
Okay.
Lieutenant Colonel Morris.
Colonel K, how are you, sir?
Yes, sir. Good, sir. Go ahead.
One of the issues that we've run into with the communications log is when they put in a call sign, it is their call sign, not who they are calling. And it's mostly in the communications, obviously, the communications logs that have to do with radio nets. But I think that might be also an issue in some of the ops logs that I reviewed recently, that they may not know what call sign that they're trying to put in there. And that is what it is. It is your call sign. So not the station you're calling.
Right. I don't know if you can see my screen or not, but this is the comm log. And if you start typing in cap blah, now these are all of the aircraft flying under this mission number. They should pop up. And if they are there more than once, that's the sortie sequence. Sortie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so forth. And when you do this, when you click on one, it's going to also give you the sorties for that tail number. So you've got to know, number one, you've got to know what the tail number is, or what the call sign is of the airplane, and what sortie it is that they're just getting ready to take off or they're going to fly on, so that you can log it against the correct sortie. And the channel reference is generally R4T, or P rather, or R26, or R25P, or whatever that might be, or TAC 1, TAC 2, whatever channel it is you're using. Does that kind of answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other comments or concerns? Having heard none, I guess we are done. I appreciate everybody's interest and I appreciate you dropping by today. Be sure to log this on the sheet at the end of the day so you can get credit for this. And we hope to talk to you later. If there's anything I can help you with, be sure to give me a ring. I am at wkay@ncr.cap.gov. Be willing to help
Do we
anybody
also
out.
get credit? Do we also get credit if we catch the replay?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, let me just get out of that. That puts everything to home.
Stopping the recording now.